Jim, it's a crazy morning. We've got Moody's downgrading banks. We've got a situation with a potential run on the banks in Greece.
Right.
And now we're hearing they've got to raise capital. I mean, it's just all so bad.
Right.
So the question is, if things just go from bad to worse with these European banks, what's going to happen? Are we going to see failures, nationalizations? And then secondly, how does that affect our banks?
Okay, these are all great questions. Let's break them down. First, it does seem like there's a run on the bank already in Greece, and there doesn't seem to be a plan in place. Once again, we see the dithering in the EU. This second year, we had this 2 years ago, we had it last year. And the problem this time is that it's really difficult to kick anyone out of the union, because if you kick one out, then everyone who's in Spain or Italy will pull their money out of their banks because they'll think they're next.
They set up the EU and had no exit strategy.
Right. So what happens is that unless there is a gigantic plan coordinated around the world to be able to guarantee assets in Spain and Italy, which is entirely possible because you're seeing gold go up, and that'd be obviously an inflationary plan. Then you'll have this slippery slope that this is not Argentina and Brazil in the 80s. These are big countries, and they will have impact. And I think you could see a whoosh down in our stock market. I did a big breakdown yesterday in Real Money. I urge people to go look at it about what the vulnerability is. It's not massive, it's not gigantic, but it is important to know. And it's the financials that are the intersection. Now, you mentioned how are our banks connected? Well, we didn't think they were. But JP Morgan changed everything. The big change was that it looks like that there were major bets being made by the best well-run bank that weren't going right in Europe. The London mix, so to speak. When they're in London, they seem to do the wrong thing. So suddenly, I mean, if you get a big whoosh down in Europe, then Morgan Stanley, which is really kind of a bystander, I believe, people will presume that they had some sort of bet on like JP Morgan, and the stock goes down pretty much a straight line. So I have to back up and say we're kind of at a fulcrum moment here. They've got to do something. If they do, we're going to go up rather dramatically.
And if they don't?
Then we'll go down, not as dramatically, I think, simply because of the vulnerability issues, but we will go down. And I think that people should recognize that they'll wipe out whatever game we have in the Dow, and that the swoon will be swift.
And it'll be back to the defense
we'll go
stocks,
back
the
and
gold.
and
okay.
Gold going up is fine. The defense, I mean, this is a very anti-commodity sell-off. In other words, the commodities are coming down rather fast. Brent's come down now. So beware before you sell Pepsi. But understand the Caterpillar goes back to where it came from. That's what'll happen.
Okay.
This market is
stock pickers market.
Stocks have rallied this year.
We're coming into a Monday where we're going